Hello students, welcome to the second session of operating system. In this session, we are going to study the types of operating system. In the first session, we have introduced you what is an operating system and its major components. In this, we are going to study different types of systems in brief. In coming sessions, we are going to study these all types in detail. First, let us study in brief. The different types of operating systems are: first one is batch processing system, second one is the multi-programming system, third one is the time sharing system, fourth one is the parallel system, fifth one is the distributed system, sixth one is the real time system. Let us see what is a batch processing system is. A batch processing system is a system in which user prepares a job. Basically job consists the program data and some control information which tells how this program has to be executed over the data. And this job, what we call job, is submitted to the computer operator. On other hand, the computer operator, he collects all the jobs and he batches or he groups the similar jobs together. Similar jobs in the sense the jobs which have similar requirements like input, output, or processing, whatever it may be. See, then he inserts or he runs each batch of the jobs. Once these jobs are run or executed, the output is generated and the operator provides the output of each job to the appropriate program or user. In this way, the batch processing system works. Next, let us see the multi-programming systems. In multi-program system, several jobs are kept in a memory simultaneously. At the same time, more than one jobs are kept instead of keeping one job at a time. Here, the operating system picks a job and begins execution of one of the jobs which are stored in memory. Whatever the jobs are in memory, it picks one job. See, it starts execution. Once it encounters any input or output operations, it requests IO or input or output devices. At that time, the CPU will not sit idle. Instead, the OS switches to the another job and executes the other job, so that CPU is always available or always busy. In this case, no CPU will be sitting idle. And the third is time sharing system. In time sharing system, CPU executes multiple jobs by switching among, but switches occur so frequently that user can interact with the each program while it is running. In multi-programmed system, once job is inserted, then there is no option for a user to interact frequently. But in time sharing system, addition to multi-programming, we can say it is an extension for the multi-programming. User can interact at any point of time and the interaction slot or time is given by the OS. AD system allows many users to share computer simultaneously. See, that is the advantages of the time sharing. See, one server or one system can be shared among number of users, allocating different time slots to the users. And this is it uses the CPU scheduling and multi-programming to provide such facility. Using CPU scheduling and the multi-programming capacity, the time sharing system are run. Next, the parallel system or multiprocessor system. In this, the system consists more than one processor. These processors are in close communication, sharing the computer bus as well as clock and sometimes memory also. See, number of processors are installed and they will share these common resources. The advantage of this is increased throughput, economy of scale, and increased reliability. That means the performance of entire system is increased, as well as the cost for processing or operation is reduced, that is economy of scale, and increased reliability. Suppose if one processor doesn't work, no problem, other processor will take care of the work and it complete the work. See, there are two types of multiprocessing systems or parallel systems. One is the symmetric parallel systems and one is the asymmetric parallel system, or symmetric multiprocessing system or asymmetric multiprocessing system. Next we will see the distributed system. The distributed system is mainly based on the network. See, here the systems are connected to a communication path. It may contain more than two or more systems. The system will be able to communicate and share the computational tasks. See, different tasks are shared among. See, a big task is divided into single modules, and these modules are allocated to different processors or different systems, and these systems together performs a task. Depending on the distance of the systems, we have different types of networking, that is local area network, wide area network, or metropolitan area system. In this system, the distributed system works. And finally, we have the real-time system. A real-time system is a system which has well-defined fixed time constraints. Means, you see, time is very important. Any task has to be carried out within the prescribed or well-defined time. See, that is what the real-time system. Here, the processing must be done within defined time. A real-time system function correctly only if it returns the correct result within the time constraint. Otherwise, it is invalid. Processing has to be within the time, and the result or the analysis, whatever it may be, output has to be generated within the given time or time constraint. See, there are different flavors of real-time system. One is the hard real-time system and one more is the soft real system. See, these are the different aspects of real-time system. See, these are the different types of operating system we discussed in this session in very brief. In coming sessions, we are going to discuss each and every in detail. Thank you very much.